Today, there are 24 species of crocodilians, all of which are semi-aquatic, quadrupedal predators of some sort. However, millions of years ago, the larger group they were a part of, Crocodylomorpha, was once much more diverse. Besides the more familiar semi-aquatic species, there are also fully aquatic and fully terrestrial groups that share the world with their more famous cousins, the dinosaurs and pterosaurs. This video is about two of these amazing terrestrial crocodylomorphs, Stratiotosuchus and Baurusuchus, both which grew to lengths of up to 4 meters or 13 feet long. At this length, these crocodylomorphs were large enough to have hunted dinosaurs. Both of them are found in the Adamantina Formation, a site in Brazil that was formed during the Late Cretaceous period. Baurusuchus consists of 3 species and was the first of the 2 genera to be discovered. Its name translates as Bauru crocodile, after the Bauru group, the geological group the Adamantina Formation belongs to. The first species, Baurusuchus pachecoi, was found in 1955 and is named after the man who discovered it, Joao Pacheco. In 2005, a second species of Baurusuchus, Baurusuchus saldiensis, was discovered. A species name refers to the area it was discovered, General Saldiego County. The third species, Baurusuchus albertoi, was described in 2010 and was named after the paleontologist Dr. Alberto Barbarensis de Carvalho. Its status as a species of Baurusuchus is not certain, with some instead suggesting it is closer to Pleistocene. Stratiotosuchus is closely related to Baurusuchus. As the amount of time the Adamantina Formation represents is uncertain, it may have been a contemporary Baurusuchus or its direct ancestor. Consisting of one species, Stratiotosuchus maxhenchi, its generic name, Stratiotosuchus, means soldier crocodile, while its species name, maxhenchi, is in honor of the paleontologist Max Hench. Its fossils are found in 1988 but was not named until 2001. These fossils contain incomplete remains of at least 2 individuals. Though they were fossilized together, it is unclear if Stratiotosuchus lived in groups or not. As they were closely related, Stratiotosuchus and the 3 species of Baurusuchus shared most of their features in common. Both had recurved, serrated teeth similar to those of theropods and monitor lizards. They also had a reduced number of teeth in the front of their jaw, with Baurusuchus having 4 premaxillary teeth, while Stratiotosuchus only had 3. Stratiotosuchus also had a wider skull compared to Baurusuchus. A gastrolith, a stone swallow to aid in digestion, was found in association with the remains of Baurusuchus albertoi. As gastroliths have been found in both crocodilians and other crocodylomorphs, it is likely this was a trait shared by Stratiotosuchus and the other species of Baurusuchus. It is also thought that the legs of both Stratiotosuchus and Baurusuchus were held erect, or directly underneath their bodies. As in dinosaurs, mammals, and more distant crocodilian relatives such as Poposaurids and rarity, as opposed to the sprawling posture of modern crocodilians and most other reptiles. This is based on features such as a large crest in the hip bone, which was stabilized the hip into a position called the pillar erect stance, as was seen in rarity. The femur is also straighter in Stratiotosuchus than in other crocodylomorphs, instead being more comparable to those seen in the rarity, Poposaurids, and theropod dinosaurs. The shape of Stratiotosuchus' femur also meant that its muscles would have restricted its movement in such a way so as to be impractical for a sprawling gait. The pubiscototalis muscle, which is responsible for the high walk state among crocodilians, was much larger in Stratiotosuchus, allowing for the much more sustained movement required by a permanent upright posture. Stratiotosuchus and Baurusuchus are part of a much larger group of similar crocodylomorphs called Baurusuchidae. Most are also from Late Cretaceous South America, with most, such as Pleistocene, Pis archichampsia, and Champsianosuchus also came from the Adamantina Formation. Wargasuchus came from Argentina, while Paweshi came from Pakistan, which at the time was part of the Indian subcontinent, which had recently been connected to South America. While Baurusuchus and Stratiotosuchus would rival most large terrestrial predators today, they may not seem so exceptional compared to larger carnivorous theropods such as Tyrannosaurus. They were also not the apex predators in the ecosystems, without going to the Abelisaurid Pachynomosaurus. However, during most of the Jurassic and Cretaceous periods, dinosaurs had an almost complete monopoly on large body size in terrestrial ecosystems. In general, crocodylomorphs were much smaller than the larger theropod dinosaurs, making the existence of medium-sized predators that were not dinosaurs, like Baurusuchus, Stratiotosuchus, and some other Baurusuchids, a rarity. During the Late Cretaceous, there was also some other terrestrial crocodylomorphs besides the Baurusuchids that also reached large body size, including the predatory Caparusuchus from Late Cretaceous Africa, and Bactritopus grandis, whose diet is uncertain, from early Cretaceous Korea. In general, the role of large terrestrial predators is filled by endothermic or warm-blooded animals. Upright postures, like those of Baurusuchus or Stratiotosuchus discussed earlier, are generally associated with higher metabolism, since the energy used for such a posture is generally too taxing to be maintained by long for ectotherms, or cold-blooded, animals. Therefore, the answer to the large body size of these large, land-bound crocodylomorphs would at first seem to be that they evolved higher metabolisms. However, studies of fossil indicators in their bones suggest that they were instead ectothermic. It's been suggested that the warm temperatures of the early Late Cretaceous, which were warmer than they had been in the entire Mesozoic, may be responsible for this. Ectotherms are more common, diverse, and able to reach larger body sizes in warmer climates, filling niches otherwise held by endotherms in cooler climates. As Late Cretaceous Brazil was an equatorial region at this time, ectotherms such as Stratiotosuchus and Baurusuchus would have had a larger advantage than ever before. In this ecosystem, this group of predators, that was once the underdog, outcompeted most dinosaurs and grew to sizes that rival most predators alive today. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something interesting. And a big thank you to paleoartist Vitor Silva for permission to use his paleo art in this video. There's a link to his gallery in the description. I would encourage anyone who with a love of paleo art to check it out. And once again, thank you for watching.